We're here at the 2012 NCAC Men's Soccer Championships from Roy Reich Field on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan. I'm joined by DePauw University head men's soccer coach Brad Hauter. The DePauw Tigers picking up the second straight NCAC men's soccer title tonight in penalties 4-2. Coach, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach, your ninth overtime game this season. You guys have seemed to make it a habit this year. And I was just talking to Tony. He says he as a head coach, you hate it when this team goes to overtime, but what has this team shown you throughout the season, the resiliency they have to continue to battle through all of this 90 minutes and then into overtime, and obviously today into PKs?
It's mental toughness. It's not just this year that the 9 ties have resulted in wins and ties, no losses. But we started looking back, and I think it's been about 4 years and maybe 25 overtime games that we haven't lost. And there's something that just clicks inside this group that just won't let that result slip away.
Coach, I was talking to Tony, and one of the things you guys have really started to develop a really good rivalry with this Ohio Wesleyan team. You've not only now meeting in the regular season and being a member of the NCAC, you've met the past 2 years in the NCAC tournament. You've gotten the better of them in the 2 tournament games. Just talk about this rivalry between 2 really good soccer programs in the same conference.
Yeah, they've been the benchmark for what Division III soccer should be for the past 2 to 3 decades, and so I don't know that it's yet a rivalry because we haven't carried our end of that bargain up. We've gotten the results. I don't know that we got the better of them today. I think they played outstanding. I think we did not have our best game today, and part of it was the rhythm that they found, and we weren't able to get ours. But so I don't know if it could be a rivalry yet. I know it's always been a rivalry on the DePauw side because it's one of those opponents that we just haven't been able to catch yet, and we've aspired to become. And so I think we're closing the gap, and I hope it becomes a rivalry on the other side, but I know it is on our side.
Coach, one of the things that's really been a staple of your program since you arrived is the defense, the back four, the goalkeeping. And no matter what, it seems like, even if your offense is struggling or not putting away its chances, you always know that you're going to be in the game because your back four and your goalkeeping has been so solid ever since you arrived in Greencastle. Talk about the back four. Talk about your goalkeeping again today, a clean slate against a really good Ohio Wesleyan team.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been present for a shutout against Ohio Wesleyan, so I tip my hat to the guys. It was something that Paige Cotton, the coach who was at DePauw for 39 years, really instilled in me as a player. Defend first, and then the other good things can happen. You build that chemistry and rhythm going forward. And so it's something that he ingrained in me as a player, and then as I started getting into coaching, it just became part of the verbiage that we use. And we've been really fortunate to find the players that buy into it. And It takes a special mentality to play on our back line. It takes a special mentality to play in goal for us, and we've been fortunate that we found those guys.
Coach, an extremely competitive conference in men's soccer throughout the entire season. You go through the regular season slate. You come into the NCAC tournament. You have to battle and grit to get a nice win against Hiram on Thursday, then come back out here, obviously playing the defending national champions. How does the NCAC tournament, an environment like this, help prepare you as you move forward now into the NCAA tournament?
I think the competition that you described in the NCAA is the key, because heading into this last week to 10 days, I think there were 6 to 7 teams that had a chance to be in the tournament and also had a chance to be out. I mean, nobody had locked up a spot, whereas over the past 5 years, I think the 14 points got you in. And so that level of competition, that inability to even take a day off, relax, mentally disconnect from a game, I think gets you so sharp and gets you so clicking at this time of year that the NCAC is such great preparation for the NCAA that I think our guys and any other team from our conference that's going to get in that large bid is ready.
Coach, last year, obviously, with the NCAC tournament win, you went advanced to the NCAAs, and I know there's probably a little disappointment the way the result played for you in the NCAA tournament. So as you move forward this year, how does last year's disappointment help mentally get you guys prepared going into NCAAs this year?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's a process. 2 years ago, we were 14-2-2 and ranked number 12 in the nation and didn't get in that large bid. And that fueled us through the offseason, really motivated us, drove us, and that was a 12-month commitment to get there. And then last year, we got there. And that chip was off our shoulder. What we've been working for 12 months was gone. We didn't want it any less, but the edge was gone. Then we go in there and we drop a 3-0 game, embarrass ourselves at that level, and it's like, okay, now that has driven us for 12 months. And so, you can't just go from good to very good to great overnight. and it's a process. And so the step of stubbing our toes with Case Western last year is fuel for this year. And so I expect our guys to be better and sharper this year.
Coach, I won't sit here and ask you how far you think you can go in the tournament, but when you watch your team play, what do you specifically, one or two things, do you really like about what your team does as you move into the NCAA tournament?
Well, I love how we defend. I mean, I love that. I think, we had some mental lapses today, but part of that is due to their speed and their technical ability. I think we're more dynamic going forward than we've ever been. And so I really like the kind of combination and pace we can play with up front. And I'm excited what we can do on the national level with that.
DePauw University head men's soccer coach Brad Hauter again. The Tigers picking up the NCAC men's soccer tournament championship today in penalties over Ohio Wesleyan. Coach, again, congratulations and best of luck as you move forward to the NCAA tournament.
Thanks, Russell. Appreciate it.